Greetings, financial enthusiasts. We're thrilled to have you here with us today. As we navigate the vast world of finance, we sometimes come across periods of economic depression. These periods, though challenging, present unique opportunities for the discerning investor. Economic depression can significantly impact the stock market, causing prices to tumble and investors to panic. But is it all doom and gloom? Not necessarily. In fact, these periods can be a golden opportunity for savvy investors to buy stocks at discounted prices and potentially reap substantial returns when the economy recovers. In this video, we will explore the effects of economic depression on the stock market and provide you with insights on how to spot the diamonds in the rough. So, don't forget to follow our channel for more enlightening content. Stay tuned, and we'll dive deeper into how economic depression affects the stock market and how you can navigate it. As we embark on this financial journey, consider hitting the follow button for more insightful content like this. Now, let's delve into the effects of an economic depression on the stock market. An economic depression is a prolonged period of significant decline in economic activity, typically characterized by a sharp increase in unemployment and a decline in GDP. These conditions can create a ripple effect in the stock market, with stocks generally following a downward trend. Why does this happen? Well, when the economy is in a slump, consumer spending tends to decrease. People are more cautious with their money, choosing to save rather than spend. This decline in consumer spending can hit businesses hard, resulting in lower profits. And as we know, a company's profitability is a key factor that influences its stock price. So, lower profits often translate into lower stock prices. Moreover, during an economic depression, investors' confidence usually takes a hit. The uncertain economic environment makes investors wary of investing in the stock market, leading to a decrease in demand for stocks. When the demand for stocks falls, their prices tend to drop as well. But here's an interesting twist. Not all stocks behave the same way during an economic depression. Some sectors, like utilities and consumer staples, often show resilience. These are considered defensive stocks because they tend to hold up better during economic downturns. People still need to eat and heat their homes, right? So, these industries can often weather the storm better than others. On the other hand, cyclical stocks, those tied to the economy's health like travel and luxury goods, often take a harder hit. When money is tight, people cut back on non-essentials, which can cause these stocks to plummet. So, you see, economic depression can create a rocky terrain in the stock market, but it's not all doom and gloom. It's a time of change, and for the discerning investor, it can be a time of opportunity. With the right knowledge and strategy, navigating the stock market during an economic depression can be a rewarding endeavor. Stay tuned for our next segment on the best stocks to pick during an economic depression. Now that we understand the landscape, we can identify the best stocks to pick during an economic depression. In times of economic downturn, it's crucial to focus on stocks that exhibit resilience and stability. These typically belong to companies with strong financial health, minimal debt, and consistent earnings. They often operate within industries that provide essential goods or services, as demand for these remains relatively steady regardless of the economic climate. Picture, for example, a company in the consumer staples sector. Even in a depression, people still need to eat, clean, and take care of their basic needs. The demand for everyday essentials tends to remain stable, which can help companies in this sector weather economic storms and provide a safe haven for investors. Similarly, we can look at the healthcare sector. Regardless of the economy's state, people still get sick, and treatments are still needed. This resilience to economic fluctuations can make healthcare stocks a smart pick during economic depressions. Another sector to consider is utilities. No matter how the economy is doing, people still need heat, light, and water. Because of this, utility companies often have reliable revenue streams that can make their stocks a safe bet in uncertain times. On the flip side, companies that offer luxury goods or discretionary services might not fare as well in a depression. When people are tightening their belts, these are often the first expenses to be cut. Investing in companies with a global footprint can also be a smart move. These firms can leverage their international operations to offset domestic downturns, providing a level of protection against economic depressions. It's also worth considering companies known for their innovation and adaptability. These firms are often better positioned to navigate economic downturns by adjusting their business models and seizing new opportunities. Remember, this isn't about finding a company that's immune to a depression, but rather identifying those that have the capacity to endure adapt, and potentially thrive. These are the types of stocks that can stand strong in the face of economic depression. On the flip side, there are certain stocks that you might want to steer clear of during an economic depression. These are typically the stocks of companies that are heavily reliant on consumer discretionary spending. For instance, luxury goods companies or travel and leisure businesses often see their revenues take a hit when the economy is struggling and people are tightening their belts. Another category to be wary of are the stocks of companies carrying high levels of debt. These firms may struggle to meet their financial obligations during an economic downturn, making them riskier propositions for investors. Then there are cyclical stocks, those of industries that rise and fall with the broader economy. These might include auto manufacturers or construction companies, for example. Keep in mind, though, that this isn't a one-size-fits-all rule. Some companies within these sectors may weather the storm better than others. But generally speaking, these are the kinds of stocks you might want to be cautious with. Being aware of these riskier stocks can help you make smarter investment decisions during an economic depression. As we close this insightful session, remember that investing during an economic depression is not inherently risky or unsafe. It's all about making informed decisions. We've unpacked how the stock market reacts to economic depressions, revealing that although volatile, it's not a no-go zone. On the contrary, it can be a goldmine provided you understand the dynamics at play. We've also highlighted some stocks that show resilience during these times, and others that are best to steer clear of. The key takeaway is that research and comprehension of the market are your best companions on this journey. Let's not forget, knowledge is power. The more you understand, the better your decisions will be. So, continue to educate yourself, expand your financial knowledge, and become a savvy investor. Thank you for joining us today. We have more enlightening videos on the horizon, so don't forget to follow our channel. Until next time, keep investing and keep growing.